What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another edition of Liquor Talk, the podcast that's great. The more liquor you drink, the better this podcast sounds. I'm your man, Victor, and joining me today, holding down out of Massachusetts, she's the host of the Rosey Perspective. It's Miss Rosey. How you doing today?
Good. How are you? I like that introduction. Okay.
Thank you. I'm doing good. Thank you for coming on Liquor Talk today. Before we get started, I do want to give a quick shout out to everybody that showed me love for my birthday. And also especially thank you to Danny, Don, Ricky, Dakai, Treese, even my mama, everybody that made my birthday special. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Like I said, even thank you to the ones that told me happy belated. I think I set a record this year with how many happy belateds I got, but I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all made this a smooth transition. So cheers. I say cheers to y'all. Y'all everything. I appreciate it. When y'all birthdays come around, I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? You better believe I got y'all. But Rose, I appreciate you coming on. So how's things been going for you?
Things have been all right. I actually just got back from a trip to Puerto Rico a few days ago. So that was a good time. I'm back to the cold weather, but it's all good.
Oh, I know you're gonna laugh at me for this, but yeah, it got cold here in Florida today. Not as cold as
y'all cold is like 50 degrees, man.
It actually got down to 30 here.
It did?
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you rock with 30. All right, that's cold. But when y'all be like, I was 56, oh my God, I need a coat. I be like, bye, okay?
Listen, them people down in South Florida, like I said, because I know some of them, it's like, as soon as it gets below 60, they pull out the UGG boots. I said, damn. And people like yourself up north be cracking on us.
Of course, because 50, 60, I'm out there. I'm thinking that's a great day. Okay, I'm gonna have a fleece on. I may have a short sleeve t-shirt. I ain't gonna wild out now, but to me, that's a great day. Let it be 50, 60 out here. People are not gonna know how to act.
For real?
Yep. I got back from Puerto Rico. It was 80s all week. The very day that I flew in, it was snowing and raining. I was like, so y'all gonna do me like that?
Wow.
On those, so it's whatever.
That's real. Now tell me a little about your podcast, The Rosey Perspective. How'd you get started with it? All that.
All right, so I started in May. People have been telling me I should start a podcast because, my thought process could be a little off to other people, but I think it's on point. So I figured the Rosey Perspective, which hence the name of the title, because it's my perspective. So I have a bunch of guests on, but it's just kind of my thought process. Mostly we talk about relationships or mainly relationships, but a little bit of everything, to be honest. Whatever's going on social media. But relationships is like the main thing that we do discuss.
That's real. So what made you decide I'm finally going to go ahead and start this podcast? Everybody hyping you up to go ahead and do it?
Yeah, because my coworkers at work, my friends have been telling me, and I think with, coronavirus, everybody was stuck at home quarantine, and that was different. So I had hella free time on my hands. I'm still working and I work from home, but after I close the laptop, I'm like, I ain't got shit to do but watch TV. So I'm like, maybe this would be a time to start. So I looked into it a little bit, and I hit play, and I was like, all right, let's go. And then it's been working out ever since.
That's real. I know a lot of people that like start their podcast because of the quarantine, and it's like, we need something to do. So yeah, let's do a podcast.
How long have you been doing yours?
I've been doing mine for like going on 3 years now. So
you quarantine podcaster. You deal podcaster.
Yes, I was in this thing before the damn quarantine hit. But I will say I had a lot of people come on during the quarantine because guess what? It wasn't really nothing to do. So shout out to everybody that came on. So how do you feel about 2020 since, the year is coming to an end?
This year is wild. It's like the most craziest year that I've lived through that I can remember. I was born in 88. If some crazy shit happened back then, I don't remember it. But now I just think it's crazy. I can say that I am grateful because it hasn't directly impacted me, work, family-wise. I have still managed to travel, which is like a big thing for me, but it's just been a wild time. I don't know, with the kids not going to school, that's different. Jobs closing. I don't know. 2020, it was crazy, but I'm just glad I wasn't super impacted.
Yeah, agreed. I knew a few people that had COVID, but like I said, I didn't have it, so it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it didn't really affect me that much. But I totally feel where you're coming from. So, what do you want people to ultimately gain from listening to your podcast?
Honestly, I would just say different perspectives. I don't do the podcast on my own. I usually always have a guest on, and sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree, but I just want them to be able to gain different perspectives on certain topics and maybe learn something, maybe not learn something, maybe look at it from a different point of view. Hopefully, some things they can apply to their own lives, their own relationships. So I hope, different perspectives. Even for me, I've learned different things because I'm usually kind of tunnel vision. I'm open-minded in some sense, but having these type of conversations on a podcast, it makes me look at things a certain way where I'm like, you know what? You may be right.
Agreed. Now let's talk about your most recent episode. I see it dropped today. So I did get a chance to check it out. Um, excuse me. So I don't think men should get credit for not cheating. I think it's something you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So that's so funny because I was going to bring that up because you're a male, because obviously I was on with two women, so we gave our 3 cents. So I wanted to ask you today, so I'm glad you brought that up. So you agree with me? You shouldn't get credit. Like, I was just like, hold on. They were like, oh, there should be some type of accolade. Really? Like,
Is my thing is I'm just like, God damn, so every man cheats? Well, my goodness. But y'all highlight us cheating, but there are some women that have been known for cheating. Y'all just get away with it better than we do.
women do cheat, and I think they have gotten worse. I think because women now, their mindset's more like, well, if a dude can do it, I can do it type thing, and they're just like, it is what it is. But we're not talking about us. We talking
Which is why I say that it shouldn't be no damn accolade. It should be we together. You don't cheat on me, I don't cheat on you. It should be
I do. I agree. So
that's
I mean, the episode they did say, it's so easy to be tempted these days. So I guess if you do have a man that is faithful, then you should give him a little extra something. And I just don't think that's the case. Like I don't. I mean, granted, if your partner is a good partner, you should obviously be grateful and take care of him or take care of her. But I ain't about to give you no damn trophy for being freaking faithful. That's what you're supposed to do.
exactly. I definitely agree with that. It's like, what's the point of being in a relationship if you just gonna cheat all the time? And what do you think of all these people on social media that put these hope in the celebrity couples, but then when it's revealed they cheat? I'm just like, y'all need to quit hyping these damn people up and let them people, they make mistakes too.
I mean, first of all, honestly, I feel like these people are fucking crazy. Okay, like I'm on social media a lot, but I don't look to anybody for relationship goals. Some people are truly obsessed with celebrities, and I think it's a sickness. Like, for real, I'm not even kidding. Like, they skip their mom, they skip their parents, they skip their aunts, their uncles, and they look into freaking Cardi B and Offset. Why? And then if they do break up or if something happens, they go on this relationship roller coaster with these couples. Like, you're not even a part of their relationship. Like, I don't know. I just think it's the weirdest thing. If your relationship is great, fine. If it's not great, I don't care because it's not mine. As far as celebrities, but I don't look to none of them for no relationship goals. They may be cute, but you don't know what happens behind closed doors.
Always. That's the one thing about social media. Everything looks pretty on social media. Everything looks good, but you don't know what kind of internal battles people are dealing with. You don't know the struggles they're going through that don't make it on social media. You don't know the arguments that are not being recorded. You know what I'm saying? That are not being publicized, and you don't know both sides of the story. Now, granted, you might have some celebrities who are childish and will get on social media and allow people in their business, but granted, you don't know the whole story. So it's like the same things you're probably struggling with in a relationship, them celebrities are probably struggling with the same things, but it's
I
just
agree.
getting publicized to a greater extent because, well, they're a celebrity.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. And you know what? People stop looking at these celebrities because they're gonna disappoint you. Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. The more liquor you drink, the better I sound. So go ahead and pull up some more liquor. So how did you deal with the woman that was 30 and ain't never been on a date?
I mean, okay, so she put up the vlog yesterday while I was scrolling, and I know her, and I was kind of shocked because I was just like, she's a pretty attractive woman. She does live in New York. New York got a million people. Okay, like if you're gonna go on a date, New York should be it because there's more than enough people. They are overpopulated, and just the fact that she says she's never been on a date, and like I said, she talked about um, she's been asked before, but when the time comes, they flake on her. I mean, do you personally know anybody that's an adult that hasn't been on a date, man or woman?
That's the first time I heard it. And when I heard it, I said, what? You 30 ain't never been on a date? Now, I understand 30 ain't never been in love because I'm in that's my boat right there, but I've been on a date. Sadly, I've never been in love,
Okay, you've been in lust,
maybe a couple of times.
but you don't think it was ever love?
No, because if I believe if it was love, I wouldn't be single.
That may or may not be true. You don't feel like there's a possibility of like the quote unquote one that got away?
There's plenty that got away. I mean, there's plenty. Some got away because we were in two totally different states. I mean, yeah, I do believe there's some that got away, but it's like I'm not gonna sit there and cry over spilled milk.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Okay, so real quick, since you said they live in different states, so do you think long distance relationships wouldn't work for you?
I think a long distance relationship would work if we were in the same state. If you're like if you're maybe a couple hour drive, an hour two drive, that's nothing. It'll probably work. But if we in like I'm in Florida, you in California or Texas or a far state, it probably won't work.
So what if it's the East Coast? I mean, it's still out of state, but do you, because you said you went all the way west, okay, west and southwest. So what if it's like Philadelphia or Maryland or South Carolina? Do you think?
Look, if I gotta fly to you, it ain't gonna work because unless you want to fly to me too.
Yeah, of course, it should be a two-way street. I don't think one person should be flying. I think the other person should. I think it should be like an arrangement. Like, okay, I'll come this time, whatever's convenient for you guys. So that's something you should maybe be open to. It sounds like you all set.
Man, listen, I may sound all set, but I'm still working out some things, Mom. I ain't perfect, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of
Okay.
which, since we staying on this subject, what I know you saw that video of that dating expert going in on people. What do you think of that?
Wait, what dating expert going in on people?
That Kevin something, I think it's Kevin
No,
Samuel.
heard of it. What happened? I heard the name, but I don't think I've seen what you're talking about.
Basically, he's like a harsh dating critic. He had checked some women for being like, you want a six-figure man, but are you a six-figure woman? Stuff like that.
Okay, I did hear that. Somebody was talking about that on their podcast. I mean, based on the statement you said, because I really don't know the video, I didn't see it. But based on what you said he talked about women wanting a six-figure man, but not having six figures.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's levels. I feel like, in the grand scheme of things, realistically, a woman and a man, they should look for their equal type thing. But women are kind of taught to look for a guy that will take care of you, not for you to be useless and not do anything, but a provider, someone that may have more. Because guys frown upon a woman looking for a guy that has more than her because it's kind of like, oh, but you don't have it. But shit, one of us gotta have it. So if you got it, I don't think it's a big deal. I think as long as your intentions are not malicious, like I don't make six figures, but if I got a guy that did make six figures and I liked him, then that just would be a bonus. But I wouldn't also not date a guy that didn't make six figures. But I think it's okay if I'm looking for a guy to make six figures. What do you think about that statement?
I mean, yeah, I just think you like what you like, but beware because sometimes the things you might like might not be what you necessarily need because you might get the guy or the man that can make six figures, but he beating the shit out of you, or he cheating on you, or he's doing other things. He's just not being a man to you, you know what I'm saying?
You're,
Because a man they could have the money, you know what I'm saying? But you got to factor in all the other elements as well. It's not just about the money. How is
you're
he
right.
treating you physically and mentally? Is he there for you? Is he supportive? Is he ambitious? Is he also planning for the future? It's a lot of things that go into it.
No, I completely agree. So with the going planning for the future thing. So for you as a man, is it safe to say if a guy's talking about his future plans and he don't really wiggle your ass in there, is it safe to say he don't really see you in his future?
It's safe to say that he's maybe still trying to fill you out, you know what I'm saying, to see where you fit into the future, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes now it depends on the time y'all been together, you know what I'm saying? Because if y'all just meeting and he didn't fit you into the future, it's just because he's trying to figure you out. Now, if y'all been together for some time and he's still acting like he ain't really factoring you into the future, then maybe he don't see you in the future. You're just wasting time.
Mm. I have a friend and she's in a relationship and they've been together a little less than 2 years now, but they do not talk about future plans. I guess she's too shy and he's too shy. And I'm like, okay, how the hell does that work? You don't know if he wants kids. You don't know if he wants to get married. He don't know if you want kids. He don't know if you want to get married. But neither one of them will talk about it. And she keeps saying, well, she's too shy to bring it up, but she knows he's not going to bring it up. And they in mid-30s. How the hell do you think that's going to play out?
It's gonna blow. It might blow up because if something big happens to one of them career wise, that's when it's going. That might be when it hits the fan, or maybe they're just enjoying each other's company. We don't know.
I mean, I know she wants children. I know that, but she doesn't know if he wants children because she hasn't brought it up. But her maternal clock is ticking. So, I mean, for me, I ain't going front. I don't want any more children. I have one son. I don't want any more. I make that known very clear in advance. So if I meet a dude that he wants children, I am not for him, which is usually how it goes. But my boyfriend, he doesn't want any more children. I don't want any more children. So it works. But I feel like that's something someone should bring up in the beginning. I don't think I'd want to be with somebody a couple years in. What if one of them don't want a child right now, but they don't know because they're enjoying each other's company?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like times change. It's like the future changes. So it's like that's why I say y'all need to also be communicating throughout. You know what I'm saying? Because you might feel one way today, but then 2 or 3 years later, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Something might happen.
True.
Something might happen where she changed her mind or he changed his mind. So because even myself, me and my sister had this talk a few days ago. It's like we both said we kind of don't want kids right now. Me, the only reason I said is because I don't feel like I'm in the right place where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on building some things. I'm still working on getting me together. That's the only reason I said that. But the reason I brought that up is because somebody was like, "Oh, you said you don't want kids," but I'm like, my mind can be changed. You know what I'm saying? And the future.
Yeah, but should a woman rely on the possibility of you changing your mind though? Like, I don't know. That's kind of playing Russian roulette. Like, well, he said he didn't want no kids, but he might change his mind. I mean, you can, but I don't know. I don't know. You're right though. You're liable to change your mind, but I think I would take it for face value though.
Understood. And some people take it for face value, and but some people don't understand. That just shows you that maybe they don't see your vision. They don't see you working and grinding towards your vision because sometimes that vision might be in place to where you got your tunnel vision on, where you're not really thinking about kids. You're thinking about, oh, where I need to make these moves, and then like once I'm financially stable and not living paycheck to paycheck, then I'll think about kids.
Okay, you're right. I get what you're saying.
Now, getting back to one of your other podcasts where you talked about the whereabouts, you know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, I think if somebody tells you their whereabouts, tells you like they check in with you, let sure they made it home okay, cool. But you don't need to know what my whereabouts. That's like some stalker shit right there. It's like,
If I'm in a relationship, I don't need to know my man's whereabouts.
I mean, that sounds like some stalker shit. It's
Right?
like,
If you going out with your homeboys and you're asked, oh, what y'all up to? You're texting and you text. So you can't be like, oh, we at the bowling alley or we at the bar or whatever the case is. Like, I don't think it's a stalker thing. Like, I think
Now,
that would
okay,
be.
that part I will say, yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you what's going on. But if you ask me where was I at this time, where was I at this time? Because that's what sometimes, because some people are like that.
No, no, no. I don't do it that extreme. If you're going out, I would like to know, like, oh, where are you going? It's the same with me. If I'm going out and you ask me, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to so and so's house, or I'm going to Saba's house, or I'm going to the mall, or whatever the case is. I don't think it's a matter of him trying to clock me. I think it's just regular conversation. I'm not a lunatic where I'm like, okay, but I need to know exactly where you are. I need to know exactly what you're doing. And sometimes, like we said on the episode as well, Tia, sometimes it's a matter of just knowing where your mate is, like just for just to know that information. It's the same as my parents. Sometimes they like to know where I'm at. I'm a grown woman. It's not like they're gonna come get me. It's just kind of like just letting somebody know where you're at type thing. You don't share your whereabouts?
I do. When I'm traveling, like if I go like long distance and stuff. Now for my birthday weekend, when I went to Orlando, I did text my mom. I did text my sister. Hey, I made it. I made it here. So they both like, okay, good. So I will let people know my whereabouts if I'm traveling like long distance. But if I'm just around the city, I ain't gonna tell nobody. Now, if
If you
somebody,
relationship, you not gonna tell your partner?
if I'm in a relationship, yes, I will definitely tell my partner. Like, hey, I'm probably going here. I'm probably going out of town. So yeah, I will let them know.
That's it.
But but when I was thinking of what ran my mind is there are some people that are like, you said you were gonna be here this time. I called up there and you weren't there.
Nah, I'm not that crazy. I'm a little off, but I'm not that crazy.
Okay. We good now. We good now because I know you're not like that, but there are some people are. If y'all like that and you're listening to this, please get help. Please just get some help because it's not that serious. It's not the end of the world.
You're right. You're right. Unless their man is a cheater. Some niggas are so trifling that their woman doesn't, they don't allow them to live because they have a pattern of being liars or being cheaters. I mean, if that's the case, you really shouldn't be in the relationship because it sounds like too much of a hassle, anyways. But those are usually the people that get where you at. Okay, you said you're gonna be here. I called up there. They said you wasn't there. I think you lying because they probably raggedy and they probably done some shit. But healthy relationships, come on. You just ask your partner.
Listen, if you gotta go through that much work in a relationship, then you probably don't need to be in a relationship. Simple as that.
You're right.
Because, and honestly, in relationships, the person will show you whether they gonna show you what's done in the dark always comes to light. So they're gonna show you. They're gonna mess up. Just you chill, and it's gonna come to you. You know what I'm saying? Right when you least expect it. Because it's like if I gotta go through all that hassle, you might as well not be with the person.
You right about that. You ain't lying.
Because I guarantee you, there's somebody around that's probably less hassle. You ain't got to worry about them. They open, they all that. Ladies, they probably in your DMs. You're probably curved them a number of times. Let's just go ahead and keep 100.
True, but I mean, a lot of creepy things go down in the DM too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Depends on their approach.
Yes, it depends on that approach. I better get that approach right. You know what I'm saying? Because I will say a lot of crazy things do go down in the DMs. Now, what do you think of this situation? Now, speaking of celebrities, what do you think about this situation with Lil Baby? Would you ever, like, would you ever pay somebody like? Because it was said that she paid the stripper for the sex. I'm like, since when do some that don't make sense?
So what is it? The story that Lil Baby paid? I've seen 6,000. I've seen 16,000. Homegirl to fuck pretty much, and then she talked about it. And
Yeah, and then
was he with his girl at the time?
I don't. That's the part I'm not sure about because I heard some things that said the girl paid him. The girl paid the other chick. I'm like, what?
Wait, what girl? His girl?
Yeah, I heard that from somewhere.
See, too many damn stories. I don't know, but I don't know too much about Lil Baby. I know the story though because everybody's talking about it, and then I know they posted the girl posted a DM that's supposedly from Lil Baby that's like, oh, why would you basically speak if I paid you to fuck? Why would you basically speak on that as bad as for bad business? If he was in a relationship, that's trifling. If he wasn't, I still think it's weird. There's plenty of free box out here, so paying for it. But hey, people do it. But I don't know. I don't know who to believe. That's the thing about some of these celebrity stories. Like, you can't tell if a girl is just trying to get clout or really talking, or if the dude's lying. I think it's a little bit of both. Some of it may be inflated, but I wouldn't be surprised. All these rapper dudes be out here wilding.
Listen, honestly, that's what I'm starting to think. It's like all of them be out here wilding, and then a lot of them be getting busted for dumb crimes. I'm like, at some point in time, you gotta give that damn street life up.
You're right.
When you got something special, you gotta give that thing up.
You're right. You're right. Have you been following the Casanova story?
I haven't heard much of it. I saw the part where he turned himself in, but
Yeah, I
I
don't know much about it either. I know he got charged for like acts of violence along with like 12 other people or so. And I know they're using Vlad TV interviews. I don't know if you usually watch those interviews,
oh,
but
I had
people
to stop watching that man because that man is the straight feds.
see, everybody keeps saying it. Like, and I
He
don't, I
is
used
because I'll be watching some of his questions. It's like you don't even me. Like I've had artists on my podcast. I'm not about to ask them to answer some questions to trigger them. And he been called out so many times by the industry. It's like it's crazy.
you're right, because then like a video from the battle rapper Sue Surf. I'm a battle rap fan, BT Dubs, but he posted a video. He reposted a video that he posted a year ago with, he was basically on Vlad TV, and he's like, yo, you low-key the ops, like you like the feds. And Vlad's like, I'm not in the courthouse, I'm not testifying against anybody. He's like, yeah, but you're a baiter, like you bait people into answering questions, like, and you're pretty much a baiter. But Vlad's pretty much like, I don't put a gun to people's head to answer the questions. It's just a matter of them getting on here and answering the questions. So I guess in one instance, you are responsible for being the one to give the responses, but still, I guess, like Sue Surf said, he's a baiter. So
Yeah, it's like in that sense, you could just go in there and say no comment if that's really
right.
it's that serious. You could easily go on the show and just say no comment, or you could just turn it. Or some people, y'all know this man's reputation, but yet some of y'all still go on there. That's the part that trips me out.
Because he got street cred, so they want to be able to get on there.
Man, street
I don't really watch Vlad TV, but I see a lot of his clips, so he must be something. That they keep going on there.
They do. They really do be going on there. I done seen videos of people ripping Vlad because it's like, it's because it's crazy.
Wow. I don't know. So I guess we'll see how that plays out, which is unfortunate because I first kind of like got put onto Casanova when he went on the Breakfast Club. And it sounded like he kind of went through hell and back in jail. And I thought he would be out. So the fact that he's back in there and facing a long time, but I mean, people got to be much smarter. They keep doing dumb shit at this point. I don't know.
Yes, they do. They keep on doing dumb shit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. Go ahead and get you another round because the more you drink, the better I sound. Now, what do you think about people? Let's shift gears and talk about black businesses for a minute. Now, what do you think? Why do you think people in the black community are so harder on black businesses than they are any other businesses?
I kind of feel like we kind of know the struggle about being on the outside. So now we feel like, okay, this is our inner circle. So I feel like it should go a little differently. It's crazy because my one of my friends, she posted today, like it was like a little Lil Wayne meme, but it was like when you trying to support a black business, but they got an attitude. And I agree with that because some of them are unprofessional. They don't answer emails. They got an attitude when you ask questions. They don't say thank you. And it's like, this is my money. Like, I'm giving you my hard-earned money and I could have went somewhere else, but I went to you. But I hate when people say, okay, well, so-and-so got an attitude. Like maybe the Indians down the street or Afghanistan's or the white lady, they ain't get my business either. But I feel like, it's like when you see a black person, guys, maybe y'all will give a what's up, a head nod. Women, we may say like, oh, I like your hair, or okay, girl, whatever. It's like an underlying like understanding, like, okay, we black, I see you, you see me. But when you don't get kind of received as you think you should, like, damn, we supposed to be peoples. It is disappointing. And
yes,
I know,
yes.
damn.
I do agree. I do agree that's disappointing, but it's like I understand the disappointment, but to go on social media and to go and bash these businesses, all you gotta do is just don't take your money there. It's simple as
You're
that.
right.
Man.
Right.
You don't have to go on social media and put on this full story and just go on this full ass rant about how this business treated you. You know what I'm saying? Because I guarantee you, there's a lot of other businesses, Caucasian Arab businesses that
You're
treat
right.
you worse. You know what I'm saying? The damn Asian motherfuckers, don't get me started on them. You know.
You know what? You don't think like black people go on and rant about don't so and so? You think it's only when it's another black person?
Sometimes it is, and I
You
do see
right.
some rants that, but I've been seeing more of the rants towards the other black businesses. And then there's this restaurant fallout. I'm like, you know what?
Well, what about the tornado thing?
Yeah, I know you saw that.
Of course I did. It's been talked about all over the place. Okay, I'm gonna answer, but I want you. Yeah, I mean, this is your show. So, what are your thoughts on it? Do you think he was wrong?
I think he was wrong because if
You
you
did
the
that?
reason I say I think he was wrong is because if you did not want that in your restaurant, then why the hell you got twerk music playing, and why the hell do you have your employees twerking? Now you could have now she was wrong for getting up on that table dancing like that. You could have prefaced it by saying just for your safety, because we are liable and we don't want nothing to happen to you. Just please don't do that. But to go in and just give that long rant like that, yeah, he wrong.
Okay, do you still believe? Okay, are you aware that he had already told her previously to stop? Because that was he had already
Listen,
spoken to.
if that's the case, then why don't you just ask them to leave? Why you need to go on that rant? Just have your security person escort them out, or you know what I'm saying? Don't you don't need to give that long rant.
I feel like he didn't need to say it to the whole room, especially if it was only one table acting up. I don't think you should have stopped the music and have it apply to everybody. I do understand why he was pissed. Okay, okay. I'm a woman and I like me a little twerk music, but I don't get on fucking tables at restaurants and twerk. And I know I'm not like everybody. And I know people are like, but why was twerk music played? Okay, twerk music can be played without you getting on a table. Let's keep it all the way real. Like if you at work, yeah, if you at work, your job, let's say you in a call center job or something of the sort, and they allow you to listen to music or you can have your headphones in and twerk music come on. You not twerking at work. You not twerking at work because your brain knows this music's fire. This is my shit. Internally, I'm twerking, but I'm not about to bust a move right at work at my desk. So how come we can't keep it cool, calm, and collective in that case just because a twerk song's on?
Yeah, that part that makes sense. But I think she saw the other people twerking because I saw some that said employees were actually twerking as well. But I don't know. It's like, but I still feel like it's the owner because you set the tone for your restaurant. Guess what? Now your business might take a dip because well, you got all the bad reviews out there. And it's like some people word of mouth travels and the way it's been getting publicized. And why do some businesses have this mindset of you can get it out, but I don't need your dollar?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I understand why he was frustrated, but I don't agree with his delivery one. And I also don't agree with certain things he said, such as that. I don't need your fucking money. I mean, technically you do to stay open. You may not need mine, but you know how many people in there probably walked out? Like, so what happens after you
Uh-huh.
done spent all that time, food, drinks, etc. So I don't think that's wise to say. And because you do need money in order to stay open. So don't make it seem like you don't need people. So I don't agree with that statement for sure.
Yes, I didn't agree with that either because it's like, and honestly, I revert back to that's probably why a lot of businesses they open and then a couple months or a couple years later they close it down because well, poor customer service. So it's like we gotta improve on both ends. You know what I'm saying? As the customer and as customer service. You know what I'm saying? Because if I have a business, I don't give a damn how bad my day is. I'm about to be super friendly because I know I need your business to stay afloat.
You're
Now,
right.
some businesses will go ahead and take that mantra and just keep rolling because I've been to plenty of black-owned businesses. They respond to your emails. They hit you up to see if the product worked for you. They recommending products for you. I done talked to plenty of black businesses that were like, hey, you should get this product, you should get that. You know what I'm
Have
saying?
you
You should try
had
this.
service from some Black businesses?
What's that?
Don't Have you experienced bad customer services from some Black businesses?
I have. I have.
But don't it be more disappointing than anything? Like,
Yes. I remember there was a restaurant I went to and they told me to wait for food for like 2 or 3 hours. I was like, are you serious?
2 to 3 hours?
Yeah.
They want to kill the animals for you? What the hell?
Like, that's what I'm trying to. Are y'all going out to go shoot these animals? What the hell y'all doing?
That's a long ass wait.
And then there are some restaurants where you got the food and it was just kind of disappointing. And I was like, I didn't go on social media and put them on blast. I just was like, yeah, I'm not gonna come back here again.
No, I understand. I mean, this is not necessarily a Black owned business, but it was another Black person in a store. So I went to Walgreens and I wanted to get a charger. I needed a new iPad charger. And I was working with the Hispanic woman at the cashier. And I wanted a charger that was behind the register. I don't work there, meaning I can't get to the damn register behind the register. So I asked her about a charger. So the charger that I picked was listed under a price that was less than what it scanned up to be. So she turned over to her manager, who was a Black lady, and asked her if she could give it to me for the lower price. But there was somewhat of a language barrier. So the manager kept saying, what are you talking about? And then the manager said, well, did she get it from somewhere else or did you get it from behind the counter? So I interjected nicely and I'm like, oh no, I picked the one back there because that would have to tell you that I didn't go back there and get it, right? Because behind the register. And she turns around, she's like, but I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to her. Rude as hell, okay?
Whoa.
And I seen that there was a language barrier with her and the Spanish woman. So I tried to, I'm thinking she's Black, I'm Black. I'll just let her know, like, oh yeah, that's the one I picked. She's like, I'm not talking to you. I'm like, okay, but clearly you're not understanding what she says. She's like, but I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to her. And there was a long line, and I was just like, yo, is she serious? Like, and so she was like, I was like, okay, well, I didn't go, but now I got an attitude because I'm like, bitch, you got an attitude after I was trying to be, nice. I thought we were sisters. And I was like, okay, but clearly I didn't go behind the register to get the damn charger. And some white lady in the line, she jumped in on my behalf, was just like, you're mad ignorant. Like, clearly she didn't go back there to get the charger. So she's like, you know what? No, you can't give it to her for a cheaper price. Bring it up for the higher price. It was $5 more, but she really made her charge me the full price. And all I did was try to help based on the fact that there was a language barrier. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I was very respectful. I was just trying to explain to you what was happening since there was a language barrier, and you damn near snapped my head off. So sometimes I don't know. We be seeing each other, but we don't see each other. I don't know,
We
yo.
do. And honestly, you're nicer to me because right at that point, as soon as I sense the attitude, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go somewhere else. There's another store, there's another store down the block. I can go. I'm just trying to come in here, you know what I'm saying, grab it. You know, if forget it. I can either come in here or I can go on Amazon. Hell, I got Amazon Prime, you know what I'm saying? So I don't need your business, you know what I'm saying? And us people, us Black folks, we need to stop being like that, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't see that within the other races. You really don't.
I'm just like, you know what? It just be more like I said, it'd be more disappointing than anything. I wasn't even like angry. I did have an attitude, but I was really like, damn, girl, like, the Spanish woman I'm talking to is kind of like apologizing because it's like, I'm sorry. Like, the white woman in the line is taking up for me and I'm arguing with a sister. Like, what the hell?
Exactly. No, I feel the same way if it was a brother or a sister, you know what I'm saying? Now my experience is usually the brother or the sister. They're a little bit more helpful than that, you know what I'm saying? But that's fucked up right there, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm like, bitch, that's not my problem. I was like, you know what? It's pretty fucked up. I did get the charger anyways because I really needed it. But I'm like, what a disappointment, man.
I bet you got the charger and you're like, I'm definitely not coming back to this store.
That's like my go-to store. I've never seen her before. She might have been new, but I was disappointed. I did go back because that's like my go-to store. And I know people are like, whatever. She's not the owner of the store though. She worked there, but if it was her store.
Did she at least apologize to you?
But By the time we left the store, I'm like, you must be having a bad day. She's like, nope, I'm having a great one. Hope you have a good day with like an attitude. I'm like, you raggedy heifer. Like, I know she was having a bad day because there was no reason why you snapped on me like that, knowing damn well I can't go behind the register to get the charger, and y'all got them locked back there. Like, what kind of? But why would she ask that? Oh, is this from behind the counter? Ma'am, based on the charger, those are the only places where it's available, behind the counter. What did you think I did? Like, I was just like, would she have asked if it was somebody else? It be your own people, yo.
It really do be your own people, and that's what's sad. It do be your own people, ladies and
Mm.
gentlemen. This is Look at Talk. If you don't know, now you know. So let's shift back to relationships for a minute. So who do you think needs? Is there a like control struggle in relationships? Do you feel like people need to control the other relationships for it to work?
What you mean control?
Some people be like, some people need, they say the man needs to control the relationship or the woman needs to just take control of the relationship. But I'm like, shouldn't both parties have control of the relationship of where it goes?
I mean, I think both parties are responsible. I think there's certain things though a man may take control over, and there's certain things that a woman may take control over. But I think it is signature to your relationship. Like, you could be in a relationship where the guy is not much of a date planner. He'll go on them, but he really doesn't know what to do most of the time. The woman can take the lead and be like, okay, for the most part, I'll take care of the dates. I'll get your input, but I'll be the one to put things together. Um, and I mean, there could be things that the guy can take control of. Maybe she spends a lot of money, but he wants to make sure that everything's taken care of. So I think it just depends on what's needed with two individuals. I don't think every relationship's the same, but I think there should be a balance.
Yes, in every relationship there should be checks and balances, and everybody should work together because that's how relationships work. You know what I'm saying? It's no longer one person does everything. We're not in your grandparents' generation no more. We got to be in 2021. So if you're not willing to put in the work, then simply just don't get into no relationship, because you get a lot of people that want to get into these relationships, but they realize they don't want to put in the work.
You're right. You're right.
That's sad that people don't want to put in the work for relationships. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, so what do you want for Christmas this year?
Air fryer.
Oh man, I have one. You need to get one.
Okay, are they really like that big of a deal? People love freaking air fryers. Y'all think y'all better than everybody too.
No, it's not that we think we're better than everybody. It's just now I have the air fryer. I don't need to use the oven now.
What you cooking in your air fryer?
Let's see. I cook. Let's see. I done cook steaks. I done cook chicken. I done cook fish. Cook shrimp. All that.
Does it take longer?
Nah, it takes about the same time.
So you could just put it in the air fryer, go sit on the couch or do whatever, chill, and then it'll let you know when it's done.
Yeah, basically, it'll just beep when it's done.
I want me an air fryer. That's what I need.
She needs an air fryer, y'all.
What about
Shit. What I need a new car. Shit.
okay? You gotta start small. Where you going with a damn vehicle, sir?
Well, shit. If we're gonna start small, then shit, get me a mic that can work with my MacBook. How about that?
Okay, that's small. That's small. That's a good idea.
Yeah, because I was trying to record this past weekend, and the MacBook, for some reason, the microphones we were using didn't pick up with the MacBook. I don't know how, but I,
Mm.
I don't know. Apple's so damn complicated, you know what I'm saying? So, ladies
Yep.
and gentlemen, this is Look and Talk. If you don't know, now you know. Now, how do you feel about social media and relationships? Do you think somebody needs to be showing off their partner all the time on social media?
I don't think they need to show off their partner all the time. I used to feel like, yeah, hell yeah, but then a lot of bitter people are on social media. So, and it's weird because people have said it before. If you single and then you in a relationship, I don't know why, but a lot of women do tend to try to be in your niggas DMs, like if they realize now he got a girl, which is ass backwards, but that's how it works. It's like, oh, I wasn't checking for you. So I think as long as people know you're in a relationship, whether it is you post a picture once in a while, whether it's just how you carry yourself, I think that's okay. I don't think you need to be on social media, like have your partner all over your page. But I think people need to know that you're in a relationship. What do they say? What do they say? Private but not a secret type thing. Like, you could be private about it. Just don't make me a fucking secret. They need to know.
Yeah. It's like, I feel like this. I feel like private, if you want me to show you off, cool. If not, I'm good either way. As long as I know you're loyal to me, then we can work that social media stuff out. You know what I'm saying? As long as if somebody slides in your DMs, you let them know, hey, I'm taken, we good. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I feel like not every social media, not everything needs to be broadcasted to social media. It's like, because even some else I take in relationships and dating, I don't broadcast them on social media because
Who you telling?
yeah, because you'll have them people in your DMs, and then let's say you do get involved with somebody, then all of a sudden everybody gonna be in your DMs, or sometimes you might lose followers because I remember this one chick, she said she posted her boyfriend on Instagram. She said she lost like 500 or 600 followers. I said, damn.
Yeah, guys be petty boots as fuck. I know on Twitter they be like, "Oh, you got a boyfriend? I'm definitely unfollowing you," and they be dead serious. That come on, like just because I have a man
Listen,
don't, and it's not really me per se, but just because she has a man doesn't mean you had a shot anyways, even if she was single. So why you gotta unfollow?
listen now. If you on your social media talking about my man this, my man that, I just might mute you because I'm like, okay, I'm getting tired of you whining and talking about your man. I'm like, okay, we get it. You got a man. Shit, you're getting annoying now.
All right, so question for you because I've heard this before. So do you want to know if you dating a woman, would you want to know every time like a dude slid up in her DM or try to holler, like unless there was like a real story behind it, like some crazy shit, would you want to know like every time?
I wouldn't want to know every time, you know what I'm saying? Because I'd be trusting I'm trusting until you do something elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? Now, if it's just a dude in your DMs, like, and you just check them, no problem. Now if you entertaining the dude in the DMs, I'm gonna be like, what the hell going on now?
Yeah.
Because some people do that. Some people will still be in relationships and still be, you know what I'm saying, entertaining people on social media, like as if they're not in a whole relationship.
Yep, you're right. You're right. I think that's wrong.
I think that's definitely wrong. It's like if you're gonna do that, then you might as well be single. That's why I could never get with open relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Who
like
you? Nope, I can't do those now.
I can't do those because I'm not being. Because you might tell me it's okay for me to go fuck with somebody else. Then yeah, but in my back of my, I'm like, I'm not about to be okay with you with another nigga. No, now if you with me, no, no.
Yeah, I'm all set with the open relationship. I don't even entertain the idea. I'm not doing no threesome. I'm not doing open relationship. I'm not doing polyamorous relationship. It's just me and you, buddy. Me and you.
Yes, yes, it's just me and you. Like I said. Now, I remember a couple of years ago, I met with somebody that was in a poly relationship. It's like, I say, it's not for me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be the second dude. I'm trying to be the main one, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, what if you were the main one, but she wanted a second dude?
I'm gonna look at her like she crazy. It's like, now, I said to myself, would I want two women around? I said maybe because that's like, because think about it, it could be a struggle. It'll be a struggle, you know what I'm saying? Because it'll be like, damn, it's like two people that's giving you a headache. So it's like, I don't know. I'm not sold on it, you know what I'm saying? Because one might feel like they don't get enough attention. I don't know.
For sure. For sure.
Because that's what happens in some poly relationships. Like one person might feel like, oh, I don't get enough attention, or you don't do this, or you do her, and then you might get the jealous types. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you right about that. I don't like sharing my men, so I don't even bother.
Agree. So do you tell everybody on social media that you're taking this stuff,
You mean like if I'm asked, or am I like presenting that information like out loud?
or do you present that information?
I mean, I do very subtly. Like, I was on social media with my boyfriend, heavy in the beginning, but things happen and it's kind of like, I don't want to be that person where it's like, oh, I get mad, so I delete it, and then I add it again and I delete it. So I just figured the less is better. So if I feel like, okay, I ain't rocking with you today because you get on my nerves, I don't feel tempted to be like, okay, let me delete it and be petty, because every woman has a little bit petty boots in her. So I just keep it off. But if presented, I talk about it, or if I'm asked, I'll let it be known. I don't hide it.
Agreed. So do you think people in relationships should try to hide it a little bit or present it? Like, how do you think people should be?
Honestly, I think whatever works for you, to be honest. Some people want to be presented. Some men have girlfriends that's like, no, nigga, you better post me. Or some dudes be wanting to get posted too. Like, let these niggas know that you got a man. And then some people are like, yo, don't put me on there. And it's not because they don't want people to know y'all are together. It's just because, like, I don't have nothing to prove to these people on social media. I'm happy, you happy. We know that we're both together. Our important friends and family know, like, who are we trying to put on a front for or make seem like we're the super happy couple. So I think whatever works for that specific couple at this point.
Agreed. I think you just gotta communicate, figure out what works for each other, you know what I'm saying? And then go from there. But personally, I'm like, if it listen, I would say don't post it because it's like it might cause drama or it might cause bitter people to slide up in your DMs or your ex or that one ex you just can't get rid of might see that. And all of a sudden they want to pop back up, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. So
I,
are you not, when you're in a relationship, you don't post your significant other?
I mean, I would if I was. If it came up, yeah, I'd probably post maybe one or two pics for them, yeah. But then I wouldn't post them all the time. But I think I would post at least one or two pictures to be like, let it be known I'm with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Would
But
you care if were posted or weren't posted?
listen, my thing is with posting. If you're gonna post me, then post me. Don't put no fucking emoji over my head.
I hear that. That is the stupidest thing.
That is, I be seeing that. I be feeling bad for dudes. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, damn, son, you done did all this for this girl, and she just put an emoji over your head. You know what I'm saying? She can't even show you no love or no nothing. You know what I'm saying? She shows you what she thinks of you if she's gonna put the big ass fat smiley face over your face. You know what I'm saying?
No, seriously.
Dead ass. It's like if you're gonna show me off, then show me off. If
I'm
not, if not, either way, we're gonna rock with it.
I agree.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is Look and Talk. If you don't know, now you know. So, what you got coming up next on your next episodes?
Honestly, so the next episode will be next week. I will be on with the Cool Out Corner podcast boys. I believe they're from, I think one's from like Kansas City, the other one's from Missouri. I may be off a little bit, but I think so. I don't have my topics ready yet. I kind of, because I just got through coming up with topics for gumbo therapy. So this is like the week that I kind of, think about what I want to talk about. And I'll come up with some topics by then. So I don't know what the topics are, but I know the Cool Out Corner podcast boys will be on the next episode.
I feel you on that. So, what are you looking forward to with 2021 and for your podcast?
Definitely want to grow. Okay, I want to continue to grow. I want it to continue to get a bigger audience. As of tomorrow, I am starting on Thursdays. Well, they're going to start on Thursdays. This radio station in Atlanta called Street Madness Radio. They have given me a 7 p.m. slot where they'll play my episodes, which I think is pretty cool because that's all the way in the A. So I want to grow audience-wise, and I want to have different guests on to talk about different things. I know that I will be having on a sexual educator to talk about who you telling. She be posting some shit too. So I want to have her on because I don't want to just talk about the basic sex shit. Like, she gonna talk about some crazy shit. So I want to have like,
look, listen, because there's this one sex therapist I follow from my my podcast page. I'd be like, damn, I need to have her on shit.
Yeah, try to hit her up and you should do it. Some of them respond, some of them don't. But I know I want to have that one of them on. I would like to have a therapist on, maybe talking about not so taboo topics, not like the basics, like okay, your mental health and anxiety, like for like deeper stuff, whether it's like I don't know, childhood things or something that's kind of going on. I would like someone to come on to talk about business owning and real estate. So I want, because I be having some ratchet shit on there, which is cool, but I also want to throw some informative things on there and throw on some. I know a lot of great people, a lot of people of color, a lot of Black people that are in different fields, lawyers, like maybe they can tell us something that, a lot of people may not know. So I want to just kind of open that avenue and have like, different people in between my ratchet episodes.
That's good. That's good. That's definitely good. It's like I'm thinking about doing some of them same things for Liquor Talk. You know what I'm saying? That is wonderful. Also, if you want to have me on, all you gotta do is DM me, hit me in the DMs. Listen, like I tell everybody, I might be in Florida, but I'm just a DM away.
Okay, I definitely have you on. That'd be cool.
So why should people subscribe to your podcast?
Because it's entertaining as fuck. What you mean? No, I'm kidding. But no, it is entertaining. It's fun. It's lighthearted. We also do tap into serious topics and maybe discussed a little bit in a lighthearted or funny way, but we are really talking about real shit. And there's a lot of storytelling, but overall, everybody's a vibe. I have people from all over the United States and different states, and you get to hear accents, you get to hear stories, and you just gonna have a good time, and you definitely gonna laugh. That is for certain.
Agreed. Like I said, I want to thank you for coming on Liquor Talk. I do appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I love also having other podcasters on, you know what I'm saying? I think you're the first one that did it from Massachusetts, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you representing your state.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed talking to you. Great time.
I enjoyed talking to you, you know what I'm saying? Now, are you from Boston or no?
I am. What you looking for? A Boston accent? I don't say park the car in the habit, kid, what you doing, kid? Everybody's looking for. I went to Puerto Rico and they're like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "Boston." They're like, "You don't sound like you're from Boston." Well, shit. What y'all want me to sound like?
They want you to say clam chowder or something like that.
Clam chowder. I do, but I do say clam chowder. I pronounce every syllable, but no, I got the accent for you, Shouty.
You good. Listen, because I done had people from New York on. I could tell that. I'm like, damn, I could tell you from New York. You know what I'm saying? So, and what's crazy about me is I had New Yorkers saying, "Oh, you don't sound like you from Florida." I said,
you don't have that super Southern accent, but what part of Florida are you from?
I'm from Tampa, Florida.
Do they talk really Southern over
there? I think it's a mixture of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I have a bunch of cousins in Florida. Florida's like my second home. I go down there. I used to go every summer, and then I started going to Texas every summer, so I'm trying to bounce between the two. But I usually visit my family in Southern Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and they don't really have accents either, but there's people I encounter that do. So I think it's a little bit of everything down there.
Yes, that's the one thing I've noticed about Florida. Florida is like a melting pot because you will meet people from all kinds of different states that done said, "Hey, I relocated from Kentucky. I done relocated from Tennessee. Met somebody from California. Met somebody from Michigan." I'm like, y'all all come to Florida?
It's warm. It's like the closest you can get to like being out of the States type thing. Although it's 30 today, but that's not what they're banking on.
Yeah, they're not banking on that. You know? And plus, I'm in the northern part of Florida. I'm in Jacksonville. I'm in North Florida where it does get cold. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Central and Southern Florida, they don't get too cold down there.
Yeah, I think I spoke to somebody the other day. He's in Fort Lauderdale. He's like, "Yeah, it's cold today. It's 56." I'm like, "Boy, if you don't get up out my face talking about cold at 56."
Man, listen, I remember one time I worked with somebody. They were like, they were from Indiana, and they said, "Oh my God, I saw somebody with UGG boots on. It's like 60 degrees." I'm like, well, you can take your ass back to Indiana where it's snowing, you know what I'm saying? Instead of getting on us Florida people for putting on the boots.
60 degrees with Uggs though, homegirl was wilding, but I'm not judging.
I ain't judging either. You already know I'm not judging her, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's listening to this from all across the country, wherever you listen to it. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, I want to thank you, Rosey, for coming through, you know what I'm saying, and blessing the Look and Talk with your presence.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's not a problem. And thank you to listeners. I don't care if you're listening on Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, wherever you listen to this. Now, where can the people reach you at?
All right, so I am on Instagram. My page is _Rosey, ROSEY_perspective. They can also listen to me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and that's pretty much it that I know of. But yes, you can find me on Instagram. I'm always on there.
Listen, hit her up, y'all. Hit her up and support our podcast, support all Black podcasts, because we are taking over for the 20 and the 21. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Look and Talk. Until next time, goodbye.